Ooh, look at that beauty right there. Hey everyone, welcome back to Tabula Rasa Farm. Welcome to my kitchen. Today's video brings us into the kitchen because we are in full egg season right now here at the farm. We have 6 laying hens. 4 of them are laying daily and 2 of them are laying every other day. So one of my favorite snacks, just for a grab and go, is hard-boiled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs are just a staple. They've always been a staple in my house. The time I spent in the Marine Corps, they were always a staple that whenever we would go to the rifle range or things and they would bring bagged lunches, there was always a hard-boiled egg in there. So hard-boiled eggs have always been one of my favorite snacks. I'm gonna show you how to do them today. Except we're not gonna necessarily boil them. We're gonna do a new style that I've learned and I've tested and I really like, that to make an egg consistently every single time. And instead of boiling these eggs, what we're gonna do is we're gonna steam them. That's right, we're gonna steam these eggs. These are farm fresh eggs. They weren't laid this morning, but they were laid in the last couple of days. Now I've read a lot about farm fresh eggs and when you boil them, how difficult they are to peel. They always fall apart and everything. With this method I'm going to show you today, eggs are going to come out perfect every single time. You may have 1 or 2 that might stick a little bit inside of the shell, but 99% of them will come out perfect. Now there's only a few things you're going to need to do this project. Number 1 is you're going to need water. Number 2, you're going to need a pot and a steamer. I have a steamer insert that came with this green pan pot here. You can use a vegetable steamer bag, you can use a bamboo steamer, anything that will just allow steam to come out of the pot and penetrate whatever you put into it. And then you're also going to need a lid, preferably one that doesn't have a hole in it, but you can still do this method if you do have a hole in your lid. And the other thing you're obviously going to need, eggs. Like I said, fresher the better. If they're your own eggs, even better. But if you find a good sale or something at the store and you want to steam up store-bought eggs, this works perfectly fine for that as well. So let's jump down in here and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. Let's steam up some eggs. Now the first thing we gotta do is we gotta get some water inside of this pot here. Now you wanna put about a ½ an inch to an inch of water in this pot. We're gonna steam these eggs for about 20 to 25 minutes, probably about 22 to 23. Now we're gonna get this on the stove. Now our pot's back here on the stove. We got the heat on high. We're gonna go ahead and get that up to a good hard rolling boil. In the meantime, we're gonna load up our steamer basket with eggs. Now this basket holds at least a dozen eggs. It'll hold more. We're gonna go ahead and just put as many as we can kind of fit in there. I wanna save a few because we still gotta eat breakfast this morning. So I wanna save a few here for breakfast today. But I wanna steam up almost all the rest of them. Well, it looks like we could fit about 15 eggs in this steamer basket, so we're gonna let this pot heat up and then we'll get these eggs on there and we'll be back with you in a second. As you can see here, we got our pot up to a pretty good rolling boil, good amount of steam coming out of it. We're gonna take the steamer basket over here. We got the lid on top of it. We're gonna take the steamer basket, we're gonna set it on here. We're gonna set a timer for 23 minutes. And I did this yesterday with 2 eggs for 20 minutes and it came out just about perfect. They could have used maybe another minute. We're doing 15 eggs today, so you want to, depending on the amount of eggs you use, you want to kind of fluctuate the time. So we're gonna get these eggs on here and steam them out. See you in 23 minutes. All right, we got the eggs back on the stove there, steaming away, doing their thing. While that's happening, we need to prepare an ice bath to put these eggs in once they're finished steaming to stop the cooking process. Now an ice bath is really simple. You can do it in your sink. I have a very large sink, so it's gonna be difficult to do it in my sink, so I'm using a bowl. But all you do is you just take a bowl or your sink and you put a whole bunch of ice in here, and then you get enough water to float the ice to keep it really cold, so the water's really, really cold. And what that does is when you put the eggs in here, it will shock them and it will stop the cooking process. And we're gonna let them sit in here for approximately 30 minutes before we start peeling them. Some people let them sit for 5, 10. Again, trial and error. You use your own judgment, try different things, figure out what works for you and what works for your situation. So we're gonna get some ice, we're gonna get it in this bowl. I'm gonna set it inside of our sink, so when these are ready, we can just dump them right in. According to my watch here, we still got about 9 minutes. So we're gonna let this ice bath sit here and cool that water down, and we'll see you back here in about 9 minutes. Time's up. We're gonna pull the steamer basket off this pot here. We're gonna dump these eggs in this ice bath, get them cooled down. Be back in 30 minutes. All right, we're back at the sink here. The eggs have been sitting for about 30 minutes. We got us a catch basket for the shells. We got us a plate over here to the side with a paper towel on it. You can't see it, it's out of frame, but there's a plate over here with a paper towel on it, so as we peel these eggs, we're gonna set the eggs on this plate. The easiest way that I found to peel these eggs is you just take the egg and you bounce it, kind of crack all the way around it, and then what you do is you just get it in your hands and you just kind of roll it around, and then you start peeling the membrane back. That's what you get. Ooh, look at that beauty right there. Now my favorite way to eat these, just sprinkle a little bit of salt on it. And just pop it in my mouth. I need to get back to peeling these eggs.